Number 1. The capybara. You are born in a grassy enclosure somewhere in Florida, and the first thing you learn is that you are large. Not large for a rodent, large in the way that makes people stop walking and press their faces against the fence. You weigh about 4 pounds at birth. You will weigh 140 by the time you are done growing. Your owner bought you because they saw a video online of a capybara sitting in a bathtub with a rubber duck, looking profoundly unbothered, and they thought, I want that energy in my home. What they did not fully research is that you need a pool, not a kiddie pool, a real, deep, regularly cleaned body of water, because you are a semi-aquatic animal and your body expects water the way other bodies expect air. You spend your first year learning the layout of a large backyard. There is a pond. It is adequate. Your owner takes you to the farmer's market on a harness, and you become locally famous. People offer you fruit. You accept it without enthusiasm because you are a grazer, and fruit is fine, but grass is better, and no one at the farmer's market is offering you grass. You are profoundly social, and you miss having a herd. Your owner eventually gets you a companion, another capybara named Gerald. Gerald is smaller than you and slightly neurotic, but he is warm and smells correct, and the two of you spend long afternoons half submerged in the pond doing nothing in particular. This is genuinely a good life. You live 11 years. You are calm for most of them. People describe you as chill. You are not chill. You are simply operating at the correct speed for a large semi-aquatic rodent, and everyone around you is moving too fast. Number 2. The axolotl. You live in a tank. This is not a complaint. You are a fully aquatic salamander, and a tank is the correct place for you. But it is worth noting that your entire world is 20 gallons of carefully pH-balanced water, a few hides, and a substrate of fine sand. You are a neotenic species, which means you never fully metamorphose. You keep your external gills your whole life, those feathery pink plumes fanning out from your head like something a child drew when asked to invent an animal. You are native to a single lake system in Mexico, and that lake system is nearly gone, which means you exist now primarily in aquariums and in the tanks of enthusiasts who argue passionately online about water temperature. Your owner is 17 and very serious about your care. They have a thermometer, a testing kit, a feeding schedule, and a spreadsheet. The water stays between 60 and 68 degrees. You are fed bloodworms and the occasional earthworm, and you accept these offerings with a slow, vacuum-like gulp that your owner films and posts online. You have a remarkable capacity for regeneration. If you lose a limb, you grow it back. If something damages your heart tissue, it repairs. You are, biologically, somewhat extraordinary, and you go about your days completely unaware of this, drifting through your tank with the calm of something that has never had a reason to hurry. You live 15 years. Your owner goes to college and passes you to their younger sibling, who is less rigorous about the spreadsheet, but still loves you. The water temperature drifts sometimes. You manage. You are, in your quiet way, harder to kill than you look. Number 3. The Fennec Fox. You are the size of a large apple when you are born, and your ears are already enormous. They will grow into those ears eventually, but for now, you look like a creature assembled from mismatched parts. Tiny body, vast satellite dish ears, eyes like something from an animated film. You are native to the Sahara, and your ears serve a real purpose there, dissipating heat and picking up the sound of insects moving under sand. Here, in a house in suburban Ohio, they mostly pick up the sound of the television and the distant noise of a dog 2 doors down that you have decided is your nemesis. You are not a dog. This is important to understand. You are not a cat either. You are a wild animal with a thin veneer of socialization. And you operate on a schedule that no human household is naturally designed for. You become active at dusk. You hit peak energy around 2 in the morning. You dig. You dig at the carpet, at the couch, at the corner of the wall, at the food bowl, even when the food bowl is full, because digging is what you do, and no amount of enrichment toys fully scratches the instinct. Your owner loves you with a ferocity that is almost exhausting to be around. They have bought you tunnels and digging boxes and a specialized diet of insects, vegetables, and high-quality kibble. You tolerate their affection on your own terms. Sometimes you allow yourself to be held, and you sit there with an expression of regal sufferance. Other times you are simply not available for that, and you make this known immediately. You live 14 years. You are fast, wide, you are loud at inconvenient hours, and you are genuinely beautiful in a way that makes people forget, briefly, that you were never really meant for this. Number 4. The hedgehog. You are nocturnal, and you are covered in approximately 5,000 quills, and you have absolutely no interest in being someone's aesthetic pet. But here you are. Your owner saw a photo of a hedgehog in a tiny felt hat, and something in their brain misfired. You were purchased from a breeder in a state where you are legal. You have checked. Hedgehogs are banned in several states, a fact that surprises people who have never considered that a small spiny mammal might be classified as a threat to local ecosystems. Your enclosure is large and has a wheel because you run. You run 5 to 7 miles a night on that wheel, going nowhere. And this is not a metaphor. This is simply what hedgehogs do. Your owner tries to handle you every day to keep you socialized. In the beginning, you huff and ball up, which is the hedgehog equivalent of a very firm no. Over months, you slowly relax. You begin to uncurl when you smell them. You allow yourself to be held in a warm hand, and you sit there, quills flat, taking in the world with your small, dark eyes. You develop something that functions like routine. You eat, you sleep in a pile of fleece, you run your miles in the dark. You are not a cuddly animal. You are a compact, self-contained, mildly prickly animal, and your owner has learned to love you on those specific terms. You live 4 years. It is not long. Your owner cries more than they expected to. Number 5. The ball python. You are not exotic in the way that Fennec Foxes are exotic. You are not cute in the way axolotls are cute. You are a snake, and a significant portion of the human population would prefer not to be in the same room as you, which is fine, because you have no strong feelings about them either. You are calm. You are extraordinarily calm. You spend most of your life coiled in a hide inside a carefully heated enclosure, doing very little, and this suits you completely. You eat once a week, a frozen thawed mouse, warmed to the correct temperature, offered on tongs. And then you do not need to eat again for another 7 to 10 days. Your owner is the kind of person who finds your stillness comforting rather than unsettling. They take you out to handle you regularly, and you drape yourself across their arms like a living scarf. Tongue flickering, reading the air. You are not venomous. You are not aggressive. When you feel threatened, you ball up, hence the name, tucking your head into the center of a tight coil, which is your entire defensive strategy and which works on almost nothing in a domestic setting. You live 30 years. You outlive the apartment your owner first kept you in, the relationship they were in when they got you, and 2 different couches. You are eventually, in a strange way, the most stable presence in the household. You just sit there. You breathe. You eat your mouse on Tuesdays. Some lives are built on less. Number 6. The sugar glider. You are a marsupial and you can glide, and these 2 facts together were apparently enough to convince a significant number of people to buy you at a mall kiosk in the mid-2000s. The mall kiosk era was not good for your species. You are a colony animal. You need other sugar gliders. You need a large vertical enclosure to climb and glide within. You need a diet that is carefully balanced because you are prone to metabolic bone disease if fed incorrectly. You need to be awake at night and left largely undisturbed during the day. None of these requirements were communicated clearly at the mall kiosk. Your owner, to their credit, figured most of this out after the fact and course-corrected. You have a companion now, a female named Pip, and together you spend your nights gliding between the branches and platforms of an enclosure that takes up most of a corner of the bedroom. You make a sound called crabbing when you are unhappy, which is a sharp, locust-like noise that your owner describes to guests as an acquired taste. You bond to them slowly. You sleep in a bonding pouch against their chest during the day, which is warm and smells like them, and eventually their scent becomes safety. You live 12 years. You are small and strange and higher maintenance than anyone at the mall kiosk implied, and your owner, who did the work, loves you in a way that feels earned. Number 7. The Kinkajou. You are a rainforest animal, and you look like someone crossed a monkey with a ferret and then gave the result enormous eyes and a prehensile tail. You are related to raccoons, which explains some things. You are nocturnal. You are curious to the point of chaos. You can open cabinets, unscrew lids, and locate food in places your owner was certain were inaccessible, and you do all of this between midnight and 4 in the morning while making soft, whooping sounds. Your owner researched you extensively before acquiring you, and they still were not fully prepared. You require a large, complex enclosure and significant daily interaction. You can be affectionate. You curl into laps and make a sound like a small motor. But you can also bite with speed and conviction when you are startled or overstimulated, and your bites are not small. Your owner has learned to read you. They know the specific posture that means you are about to make a decision that will be bad for everyone. They redirect you. They have become, over years, genuinely skilled at understanding what you need and when you need it. You are not a pet in any conventional sense. You are a relationship with a wild animal that has agreed, provisionally and on its own terms, to share a space with a human. You live 23 years. There are nights when you sit on your owner's shoulder in the dark, eating a piece of mango, and the arrangement feels briefly like something that makes sense. Number 8. The Chinchilla. You have the softest fur of any land animal on the planet. This is not a minor fact. It is the reason your species was nearly hunted to extinction, and it is the reason you exist now primarily in 2 places: the high Andes, where your wild relatives cling to a diminished range, and the homes of people who read about your fur density and felt something activate in them. You are kept at cool temperatures because your dense coat, which insulates against Andean mountain cold, makes you dangerously susceptible to heat. Above 75 degrees Fahrenheit, you begin to suffer. Your owner keeps the room cool. You live in a tall, multi-level enclosure with platforms and hideaways and a dust bath, volcanic ash, essentially, that you roll in several times a week to keep your coat clean because water ruins it. You are active at dawn and dusk. You are fast. You are athletic in a way that surprises people who expect a soft, round animal to move slowly. You leap between levels with precision. You chew everything because your teeth grow continuously and must be worn down. You are given wooden toys and hay, and you work through them methodically. You live 15 years. You are not particularly cuddly, but you are spectacular to watch. And your owner, who has spent 15 years providing the correct temperature and the correct dust and the correct wooden toys, has found a satisfaction in that which does not require you to be something you are not. Number 9. The poison dart frog. You are jewel bright and the size of a thumbnail, and in the wild your colors mean something very specific. Do not eat me. In captivity, fed a diet of fruit flies and springtails rather than the wild invertebrates that give your wild cousins their toxicity, you are essentially harmless. Your colors remain. The warning remains, the danger is gone, but no one looking at you knows that, which gives you a certain presence. You live in a bioactive vivarium, living plants, controlled humidity, a misting system, a small water feature, that your owner spent 3 months building before they even acquired you. The vivarium is genuinely beautiful. People come to see the vivarium as much as they come to see you. You move through it in short, precise hops, hunting your fruit flies, calling with a soft trill that your owner finds deeply soothing. You are not handleable. You are an animal to observe, not to hold, and your owner has made peace with this. There is a kind of relationship that exists at glass distance, built entirely on the act of watching and providing, and it is a real relationship, even if it looks nothing like what people usually mean by that word. You live 10 years in your vivarium, bright as a warning, harmless as a leaf. Number 10. The slow loris. You have enormous eyes and a round face, and you move with a deliberate, liquid slowness that made you the subject of videos that went viral a decade ago. Videos of you being tickled, raising your arms, looking unbearably sweet. Those videos did damage. They drove demand. You see, they did not show that you are venomous, one of the only venomous primates on Earth, or that your teeth are often clipped by traffickers to make you handleable, or that you are a CITES Appendix 1 protected species, illegal to own almost everywhere, taken from forests in Southeast Asia to supply a market built on a misunderstanding of what you are. You are not a pet. You are not built for small rooms and human handling. You are a nocturnal primate with a complex diet, a large territorial range, and a venom gland in your arm that you activate by licking a patch near your elbow and then biting. The raised arms in those videos were not delight. They were fear. The life available to you in captivity is narrow and wrong in ways that are difficult to fully articulate, and the life you were taken from, slow and dark and complex, of moving through the canopy, hunting insects, existing in your own terms, is the one that fits the body you were given. You deserve to be in a forest. This is the one life in this script that should not exist. Remember that the next time something looks too cute to be true,